Let's bring them out. Sloane Stephens, Rafael Nadal, folks.
Hello from Katrina. Take that shot.
I think they're going to bring up some chairs. Everyone, just like a match, before we begin, a couple quick photos.
Rafa, if you don't mind, just go right next to Sloane for 1 second.
Photo shoot.
Katrina, right in the middle, please.
In my own little world.
All right, guys, more photos to come. Katrina, what photo needs you?
Thanks, Katrina. Right here?
Thanks, Katrina.
It's up there. On the end, right? Yeah, on the end.
Okay.
You have water and a mic. You've got fans here, and they were very interested when the draw came out to see who you're playing.
Have both of you seen the draw?
No, I don't look at the draw.
You don't look at the draw?
No, I don't want to know.
Okay.
Not even your first opponent?
No, not yet. It's too early.
So when will you want to know?
When is a good time to look at the draw,
maybe
Sloane?
like Saturday. Wait, what's today?
Thursday.
Yeah, maybe like Saturday.
Saturday.
I know it's weird, but I don't like to know.
So for 48 hours, you're going to try not to hear who you play and what section you're in?
Yeah, now I can't go on Twitter or Instagram or anything. I have to like get off my phone.
So just a feeling all of a sudden you'll ask Kamau, okay, who do I play?
Yeah,
you'll ask
like,
your coach?
okay. Or if like someone gives me like the evil eye in the locker room, I'll be like, I'm definitely playing her.
Kamau's got to tell you who you're playing. He's got to get to work in the game plan.
Yeah, I mean, well, he does that. He already knows. Well, they were just looking in the car, so he already knows.
Did you see earlier, or do you know, or did someone tell you?
Yes.
Have you heard of this guy, David Ferrer? Are you familiar with him?
I heard things about him.
When you play a guy in the first round of a major, who he has beaten you, but you beat him 24 times, you play 30 times, but not in a few years. What's the reaction when you see that name come out?
Well, we have a great history together. No, we shared Davis Cup team for a lot of times this year too. Yeah, he's a good friend. He has been an amazing player for such a long time, and yeah, it's true that this year he's going a little bit through a little bit tougher times, but still a player with a very high level of tennis. No, so I'm looking forward to play that match, and let's see.
Speaking of high level of tennis, the big intrigue in the men's draw was where Novak Djokovic was going to land in which quarter. Do you know which quarter he's in? Did you see that?
Yes.
Rafa studied the draw, so you know he's in Roger's quarter of the draw?
Yeah.
So you like to look ahead. So Sloane doesn't want to know anything. Do you look all the way to who's in my quarter, who's in my half?
I'm not crazy about the draw, but of course I really don't care. At least I have
used
my
to be
own.
curious. I'd want to know who's in my half, who's in my
Yeah,
quarter.
of course I want to know, no, but I mean I understand maybe Sloane prefers to not know, but at the
Different
end,
strokes for different
at the end of
folks.
the day you will face your opponent, so at some point you will have to know.
Well, something you understand a bit more than Sloane, and I'm sure you're learning quickly. How is a tournament different when you show up at a Grand Slam and you're the defending champion?
I don't know. This is my first time.
What's it been like so
And
far?
this is like, how many times are you? Like 35? Something ridiculous?
I will love it, not that many, no worries.
It's kind of weird, but it's so fun. Like the pictures are so pretty. It's so nice, and defending obviously with him, everyone's like in love with Rafa, so it's great, and it takes a lot of pressure off me because everyone wants to look at him, so it's perfect.
Is that actually true? You don't feel the pressure walking out there? Most people say there is some
No,
pressure.
she's
No,
like,
no, there is so much pressure, but I feel better. Like, I don't know, like the U.S. Open, like it's always nice. I mean, obviously, an American playing at the U.S. Open is always fun. So I'm excited. Like, obviously, when I started playing last year, I was not supposed to win the U.S. Open. I was not supposed to do anything that I've done in the last year. So for me, like playing here, defending, like it's literally just like the cherry on top. Like it's supposed to be fun and exciting. I'm going to be nervous. I'm going to be like, my pits are going to be sweating. It's going to be terrible, but it's going to be so much fun. I'm looking forward to it.
I can honestly say I think you feel that way. I mean, there's so many ladies that I think have defended and they feel the pressure. And I think because you've had such a great year winning Miami getting to the finals of the French. You've been so consistent. You love playing in the United States. You've got the great crowd behind you. You seem to love the big stage. I think it's all good for you.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's all good. I'm definitely going to be nervous, but I think
Now the
that, it's going to be fun. And like I said, a year ago, I was not supposed to win the U.S. Open, and it's something incredible that happened in my life. And I've had so many good results after that. Playing now is just like, I'm just trying really hard to make it to Singapore. So I'm like, come on, like more points. Like everything is just really exciting. And just every day I get to go on the court. I'm really looking forward to it.
How did your life change in the past year?
I have so much more stuff to do. It's terrible. I can't sit on the couch anymore and do nothing. Like, all the days are busy. My phone's always ringing. Like, no one wanted to talk to me before. Now everyone's my friend. It's terrible. It's not terrible, but, it's not as fun.
Rafa, you had a tremendous season already. So you arrive at the final Grand Slam, monster clay court season, deep run at Wimbledon, a precious title I know for you in Canada. I think a smart choice, most would say, to not play in Cincinnati. What have you been doing practicing and relaxing and getting the mind and the body ready for this big challenge?
Yeah, have been a positive year, of course. Not the beginning of the season that I had some tough injuries in Australia and then in Acapulco. But then, since I came back, I was playing well and winning a lot of matches. And Toronto gave me the possibility to rest a little bit. Getting a little bit older, as everybody knows. And I take it that week. It's not about nothing against Cincinnati. It's about just try to save my body to play as long as possible. Is something that I really looking for to make that happen. And let's see. I rested, I practiced it, and here I am.
You introduced me to the word suffer in tennis quite a few years ago, and suffering for you means committing, digging deep, paying the ultimate price point by point. Describe the challenge of winning a U.S. Open, which you've done a few times at the end of a tough season on a hard court surface. How much do you have to suffer to get that beautiful trophy behind?
Is suffering, but at the same time is enjoying, because that's what we do. We practice every day to try to be ready for the action, for the competition, as even more for the big ones, And the energy here in New York is difficult to compare with another place. I love the nice sessions. I love the connection with the crowd. I feel very comfortable always here. And you need to go through tough moments during the tournament if you want to finally have success. But everybody have to do it, so you need to be ready to accept all these moments.
Sloane, as an American, so winning your first major and just your 5th tournament back last year after being out 11 months, talk about how special that was, that if you were going to win your first major, it was in the United States, and what the crowd at the U.S. Open like last year, and how that was a little bit of an assist behind the American.
Yeah. See, I told you, they're here to see him. So, no, being an American, obviously winning the U.S. Open is what any American dreams of. And I think coming back, obviously, only in my 5th tournament and not only winning a Grand Slam, but winning it in my home country made it even that much more special. And the atmosphere here is always incredible, but to have 4 Americans in the semifinals, 2 Americans in the finals, I think it just raised the level of just the crowd, the fandom, everything. It just made it a little bit more special. And I think just to be able to be a part of that was incredible, and obviously something I'll remember for the rest of my life, winning my first slam. But just the way it happened, just being able to, playing another American and 4 Americans in the semis, that doesn't happen. And I think for American tennis in general, I think it was very, very special, and I'm just happy that I was able to win.
I thought it was an incredible storyline because coming into the tournament last year, it was Serena's not here. The American superstar isn't here. And to see the 4 of you, well, Venus had been there before, obviously, but to see the other 3 younger Americans step up and carry the torch for Serena in her absence, and now you're right alongside of her. How does that make a tournament different when Serena Williams is back in the draw?
Yeah, obviously she's, in my opinion, obviously the greatest player to ever play our game. So I think her being back is very special. No matter what she's ranked, no matter what she's seeded, she's always obviously going to be the best. So I think that her being back is incredibly special. Last year, I think we stepped up big time with 4 Americans in the semis, 2 Americans in the final, obviously. So we represented well, but this year she's back, and it's great. And American tennis is really flourishing at the moment, so especially women. So I think that we're in a very special place, and I'm super excited to be playing at this time because we represent something really strong and really powerful, and just excited to be a part of it.
Rafa, I think that for a lot of fans, it's difficult to look beyond yourself, beyond Novak, beyond Roger in this tournament. But I know the players don't necessarily feel that way. Are there other names you think that are fully capable of holding that trophy at the end? Give us a few names outside of the quote-unquote top 3 at this point.
The tournaments start from the first round, and I don't say that all the players that are in the draw have the chances, because it's not true. But
it's a bigger number than people think.
I think so, and especially with this this young generation coming. You never know when you have young people there. You never know about the potential of what they have. So they can propose something different, and they can increase the level very quick. So, well, of course, Felix is having a great year. In my opinion, he was one of the favorites in Wimbledon. Then happened what happened, but he was playing great. And then, Zverev, at some point he has to move forward and fight for the titles. That's he also already doing. Shapovalov, let's see, Kyrgios, Isner, these kind of players. Anything could happen. Let's see what's going on.
Who's the favorite?
Is something that
your fans have their own ideas over here.
No, I really.
I know it's a tough question. I didn't expect an answer.
No, it's not. It's not a tough question. I think it's not a clear one favorite. No, and even when somebody thinks that somebody is a clear favorite, from inside doesn't look like this. So of course, Novak and Roger, they are doing very well. Especially they like the hard course. Let's see what's going on.
Good try, Chris. Good try. That was a classic Rafa answer.
That's a good answer. It's a fair answer.
Would you care to answer that?
Oh, he's my favorite to win.
No, on the women's side.
Oh, on the women's side?
On the women's side,
No,
who's the favorite?
No. I just say that Rafa's going to win the tournament. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is your
Wide
last
open.
chance before we say goodbye. You want the draw?
No, don't tell me.
It's right here.
No.
She's cringing.
No.
No,
Okay.
let her relax.
There you go. It's a player.
helping
Beautiful day. You don't need to.
Well said.
Thank you both so much for joining us, for coming out, making the fan experience here in Lower Manhattan. Now everybody get over to Queens to see them play next week. Thank you all for coming.
Ask you to hold and take a picture or two.
Okay.
All right, David and Gordon, thank you very much. If I could hold the talent and the defending champions for a moment. Chris, if you would just stay for one more shot with the 2 defending champions, please. Chris Fowler, come in a little tighter. 1, 2, 3. Chris Fowler, Chris McKendry, Sloane Stephens, Rafael Nadal, Tracy Austin. Thanks, guys. And just the 2 defending champions, if you would just stay on the stage for one more minute, we'll be all done.